Hello, welcome to today, the 11th day of April 2023, Tuesday day. Today is another Twitter Tuesday for IPOB, the Indigenous People of Biafra. IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, is a movement that is championing the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra through a peaceful referendum to self-determination. IPOB have family in more than 100 countries of the world where we champion, agitate for a referendum which is a right under the United Nations Charter, which is a right guaranteed by the Africa Charter on Human and People's Rights. Self-determination is also guaranteed by the Nigerian domestic law. Under the Nigerian Constitution, it is called Enforcement and the Ratification Act, Cap A10, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004. Therefore, what we are doing is within the concept, within the ambit of the law. We have never been violent, and we are not violent. Since 2012, when IPOB came to existence, no family member of IPOB has been found guilty of any crime anywhere in the whole world. IPOB is in more than 100 countries of the world. We have residence addresses. We are known. We are not hidden. So we use a Tuesday days to tweet to tell the world about the subjugation, the perpetual enslavement of the indigenous people of Biafra under the Nigerian state, because the Nigerian state have compromised the media and they have compromised a lot of international organizations in order to rope IPOB into violence. So because of this blacklisting of issues concerning Biafra's discussion, that is why IPOB use every Tuesday to tell the world to tweet, through tweet, because Twitter is more direct to people. You may not have access to the representative of your area of residence, or governors, or government of the world, or organizations, human rights world, people that love justice, because the problem of Nigeria is as a result of injustice. So we use the Tuesday to have a Twitter campaign to tell the atrocities of what is going on against our people. In Lagos, they are telling our people to go back to our ancestral land. Yes, we want to go back to our ancestral land. That is why we agitate for self-determination, so that a peaceful referendum will be conducted, so that the indigenous people of Biafra will go back and leave Nigeria if you want. Anybody that wants to stay in Nigeria will be on the terms that the Nigerian government gives to them. But those of us who are Biafrans will go home and develop our ancestral land, because our land has been left in ruins. There is no presence of international diplomatic mission in our land. It is a deliberate government policy to see that the indigenous people of Biafra are enslaved and subjugated in Nigeria. Few weeks ago, Nigeria had what they call their general election. We already know that what they do is selection, because election doesn't count in Nigeria. And after that elections, normally in a democratic system, after an election, aggrieved parties who have evidence that they were, that they were rigged out, have the right to go to the electoral tribunal and provide and present the evidence. It is normal. But today, when Peter Obi, because of where he came from, when he contests an election, he is threatened. The Biafra people in general are threatened. They tell us that we don't belong to Kano, that we should go back to the southeast. They tell us we don't belong to Lagos, that we should go back to Lagos. These are the things that is happening. The killing of our people, the unlawful incarceration of our people without due process of law. And today, our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is being held in a solitary confinement in the Nigerian DSS dungeon. He didn't commit any crime because he asked for self-determination. Nigerian state has continued to ignore this call for a referendum to self-determination. Rather, they will turn it to show the world that the indigenous people of Biafra are violent. We are not violent. We have no reasons to be violent because self-determination is within the law and we are exercising it. So a Tuesday date is a day that we tweet. We use this Tuesday to tweet because if you remember in 1967 to 1970, the Nigerian state killed in a genocide the indigenous people of Biafra. More than 5 million Biafra people were killed, including 3.5 million children and pregnant women who were starved to death because the British government, using the Nigerian state, imposed an air, land, and sea blockade. And after this genocide, till today, the indigenous people of Biafra are still being killed on a daily basis. On the 31st day of March 2023, more than 50 indigenous people of Biafra were killed. For what? Because they were protesting, asking the Nigerian state to obey their own court order. Because on the 13th day of October 2022, the Court of Appeal in Abuja discharged and acquitted Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, of all charges brought against him by the Nigerian government. And since that day till today, the Nigerian state refused to obey that court order, even though the court went ahead to proclaim that no court in Nigeria have jurisdiction to entertain any further litigation or charges against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is to tell you that Nigeria doesn't obey court orders. Nigeria do not respect the rule of law. And this has made us to ask questions. You see that the British government, they have the British High Commission in Nigeria, and they are seeing the injustice that is going. They are seeing the lawlessness that the Nigerian executive arm has constituted themselves. Still, the British government is still cooperating with Nigeria despite this clear, flagrant violation of fundamental rights of a British citizen. Nigeria violates laws. Nigeria disobeyed laws with flagrant impunity. Why is the world still cooperating with Nigeria? So today is a Twitter Tuesday. If you don't have a Twitter account, you create one. You must tweet. In 1967, they killed our people, and the Nigerian government covered this thing, these atrocities, this genocide. The world were unaware because Nigeria state, with the help of the British government, made sure that the incident that happened, the genocide, were covered, and every trace of it were removed, to the extent that the Nigeria state removed the bite of Biafra they removed it. So today is a Twitter Tuesday. We use this opportunity to call our people, to call lovers of freedom to observe this day. Whatever you are doing, your tweeting goes a long way, because nobody will speak for us. We must speak for ourselves. If you see what is happening in the world today, the war in Ukraine with Russia, another is about to start, China, Taiwan, and all this. So, and they are pursuing our people in Lagos. They are issuing threats and threats because of Peter Obi said he is going to the court to challenge the outcome of the 2019 presidential selection, which they call election in Nigeria. So this is a Twitter Tuesday special. We must listen to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Those following me, they know that. If you have not tweeted, shame unto you. Shame. Unless you are infirm, you are a grandfather or you're a grandmother, or you are not somebody who is quite conversant with the subtleties of modern technology. Otherwise, shame unto you. Plastic freedom fighters. People who don't understand what it means to serve their nation in truth and in honesty. As I was saying before, I was sidelined by idiots who don't understand what freedom fighting means.
So this is what we are saying. Today is a Twitter Tuesday. And from what is going on in Nigeria today, our people are not wanted in Nigeria. Our people are agitating for self-determination peacefully. They refuse. Rather, they are killing us. They incarcerate our people. They disobey court orders. A lot of Biafrans are being held illegally in custody for asking for self-determination. In Lagos, they are issuing threats day after day. They are burning our properties. They are burning our business places. Look at what they are writing. Someone is saying, I owe no one apology for ethnic slur against Igbos. They are threats to Yorubas. If Igbos are threats to Yorubas, support the referendum for indigenous people so that they will live. If there is Biafra, I don't think that you will see the Igbo people in Lagos to chase the way you are chasing them. Because the reason why the Igbos are in Lagos is very simple. Number one, Nigeria as a country have the seaport only in Lagos. The monopoly, they monopolize the seaport to Lagos only. That is to say, if you are coming from Calabar, if you are coming from Aba, if you are coming from Ekotekpena, if you are coming from Onitsha, or the southeast, you must go to Lagos to import your goods, because Nigeria do not produce. Okay, if you want to travel outside Nigeria, you must go to Abuja and Lagos, because there is no international diplomatic mission stationed in our land. These are the reasons why we are in Lagos, Kaduna, Kano, Meduguri, all these places. And also, if you come to our land today, the Nigerian state has completely removed all the railway lines that were used by the British, because the railway line that was in Biafra land are the old railway lines that the British used in transporting palm oil through the Atlantic to their country. So Nigeria state has removed all these things. If you come to the southeast, all the police commissioners are Fulani people, and they were tactically placed. That is the reason why you see a lot of roadblocks in the southeast. They use these roadblocks to extort money from our people, making life unbearable for our people. It is a deliberate plan. It is a deliberate plan. These are the reasons why we must tweet and let the world know the reasons why we are agitating. We know that nobody will help us. We know that they are not coming to do anything for us because our destiny is in our hands. What we face in Nigeria today is left for you and I to solve. But we must say all these things to tell the world that this place that we are not comfortable because we are not wanted. No man stays in a place where he is not wanted. So these are the reasons, to the extent that even Chimamanda Adichie wrote the American government concerning the fraudulent election in Nigeria. What she does is good also, because it is very, very clear that the elections were rigged before the presence of everybody. So, but because of what she wrote to the American government, now she is now a subject of troll on the social media, to the extent that Wole Soyinka is saying something also concerning it. I read on the news where Wole Soyinka is talking about debates. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu challenged him for a debate and he didn't come.
Professing happened and they know nothing. There is nothing in their brain. I have given him a very simple test. Wole Soyinka, any day I catch you in a live debate, and it will happen. After that very debate, they will strip you of your Nobel Prize. I will expose you to the world that you're a fraud, that your brain is empty. I will destroy you within 5 minutes. If I don't destroy you within 5 minutes, you don't know to name the cat. For only 5 minutes, I will deconstruct you from top to bottom using